Today's Business Journal Daily Buzz is brought to you by 717 Credit Union.
Happy Friday, everyone. I'm Mike Moliterno. Welcome to the TGIF Report. What day is it?
New Issue Day!
That's right, Donnie. It is New Issue Day, and that means two things. One, we are going to be talking about the mid-August issue, and two, clean your fishbowl some other time. Now, the main feature in the mid-August issue is our extensive coverage of the Butler Institute of American Art, which is celebrating 100 years this year. For those of you who don't know, the Butler is the first museum dedicated solely to the preservation of American art. It houses works by famous artists such as Norman Rockwell, Andy Warhol, and Winslow Homer, among many others. For a good overview of the Butler, you can check out this video that we ran earlier in the week, which can be found under the Videos tab at businessjournaldaily.com.
There was an art dealer in New York City, passed away. He said to me one day, he said, a visit to the Butler for the art connoisseur is akin to a visit to Mecca. And I never forgot that. We have a lot to be proud of here.
And be sure to check back next week for videos about the archivists and conservators that work with the Butler to preserve the art, as well as another story about some of its outreach efforts. Back inside the issue, however, we also have stories on the business of managing a museum, the relationships it's forged with many of the famous artists, including John Mellencamp, Ronnie Wood of the Rolling Stones, and former Indian shortstop Omar Vizquel. On page 22, we have a two-page spread showing a timeline of significant events from the Butler's 100-year history, and we still haven't even mentioned the art. The issue is absolutely loaded with full-color images of some of the most beautiful artwork you've ever seen, though that's just my opinion because, as you know, art is subjective. I mean, from a certain point of view, what I'm doing right now could be considered art. In fact, lately I've been trying to view everything as art to help me get through my day. That's not a person eating and chewing loudly, it's performance art. That's not a person driving in the left-hand lane, it's someone making an artistic statement. Incidentally, that statement is, I'm an idiot and I don't know how to drive. If you're in the left-hand lane and you're not passing, you're driving wrong and you're making everybody crazy and you need to move. But I digress. Art. Now, I say this all the time, but it's true. The valuable information to be found in an issue of the Business Journal is not limited to the stories. Here on page 37, we have an announcement of an upcoming lecture on how banks can help small businesses. On page 41, there are announcements for two upcoming real estate auctions, as well as a listing for this commercial property in Niles. Aside from the Butler, the other big story in the mid-August issue is our tax roundtable. We spoke with 9 area tax professionals about the new tax laws and how they're affecting their clients.
I think there were some surprises, especially with smaller C corporations that, they heard the corporate rates are going down, but for a lot of them, they actually went up. Because rather than having a graduated rate starting at 15%, now everyone's paying 21%. So some of them saw a pretty big jump.
You can hear more from that video by clicking 3 Minutes With under the Videos tab. But you can read the full story in the mid-August issue, and you can get it by clicking subscribe under the Contact Us tab at businessjournaldaily.com. That is all for this week's TGIF Report. I'm Mike Moliterno. See you next Friday.
717 Credit Union. Savings power to give your business an extra boost. Business savings, certificates, and business money market. 717 Credit Union. Make your money work as hard as you do.